As Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin took their famous walk on the moon, a third member of the team sat alone in the spacecraft, keeping it in lunar orbit. When he circled around to the far side of the moon, Michael Collins, the mission's third and largely forgotten crewman, lost all radio contact with both Earth and his fellow astronauts. During the 48 minutes it took to orbit the far side of the moon, Collins was quite literally the loneliest a human has ever been. At the peak point in his orbit, he was about 3,585 kilometers away from his fellow astronauts. When asked if he was lonely while circling the moon all by himself, he replied, "No, far from feeling lonely or abandoned, I feel very much a part of what is taking place on the lunar surface. I don't mean to deny a feeling of solitude. It is there, reinforced by the fact that radio contact with Earth abruptly cuts off at the instant I disappear behind the moon. I am alone now, truly alone, and absolutely isolated from any known life. I am it. If a count were taken, the score would be 3 billion plus 2 over on the other side of the moon, and 1 plus God knows what on this side." The loneliest human in history can teach us a simple truth. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. Loneliness is a subjective experience. People can be lonely when in solitude or in the middle of a crowd, while lots of people choose to be alone. If a person thinks he is lonely, he is lonely. Recent studies have linked loneliness to our genes, saying people with certain genetic markers will feel lonelier than others in the same social situation. Introverts will understand. The loneliest human in history was just happy to have a few minutes of peace and quiet to himself.